Miss Mini Life, and I'm back for my favorite season to do some videos. I'm starting an art challenge. I decided this year for Crafttober, I'm going to use the prompts from this art challenge online called Inktober. I feel like it'll be a lot of fun using somebody else's prompts. I might be a bit crazy for trying to do every other day. I'm gonna be working in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I'm gonna give myself about 5 hours to build and plan out. Yeah, guys, will I be able to do this? Yes. The whole point of this build is to be very consistent, and I am very good at being consistently inconsistent. So we're gonna see what happens. And if you guys want to use the prompts, I'm going to have them all listed in the description box, and you can cut them up and do your own version of the same challenge. But yeah, this is gonna be crazy. Okay, so my first prompt is dangerous. We've got dangerous, knives, maybe like poison. Oh, and then the other thing is I want to do like a little scene and not just an object. Ooh, I kind of like that. Okay. How the heck am I gonna do this in a couple of hours? I had to take a break because I've been getting migraines, and the light from filming makes it worse. So now I'm wondering if I'm even going to be able to do the challenge at all, but I'm trying less light, and I'm going to see how that goes. Okay, so it's day 2. I'm feeling a little bit better, so we're just going to get back to work. So I was thinking about it while I was taking a break, and I'm thinking of adding a little glowing candle to it, and I got these a 6-pack of fairy lights from the 99-cent store, and I'm gonna attempt to use these to make a candle. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but this seemed like a good time to try it and see if it'll work, so we're gonna do that. So the idea for this build is there's a mysterious hand reaching through the mirror and offering you a candle. It's a dangerous decision. Will you take the candle? And what happens if you do? So to build this, I needed a hand, obviously. I decided to build a hand out of polymer clay, and when I first started it, it looked really weird. My husband's exact reaction, I think, was, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a hand? I realized halfway through making the hand and candle that I need a hole for the light to go through, so I used a tiny skewer to make a hole after I'd already been working on it, which is not the best idea. You should definitely try to make a hole first, but this is how it turned out. It looks pretty good, so I'm gonna go prime it with some white primer. This is it primed. I wasn't sure if I wanted to leave it just like this or paint over it, and in the end I do paint on top of the white primer because it was a little bit spotty and inconsistent. And now I need to make the mirror. So I'm using more polymer clay. This is the quickest way I could think to do it since I'm on this time crunch for the challenge, and I'm tracing out the design that I doodled for the mirror. You can get this printout from my Patreon if you're at the $5 tier or above. All of these patterns that I make are available for you guys to download. And then I traced it onto the polymer clay, and now I'm making all of the little design elements along the edge. I'm testing the fit of the arm and deciding where I want to have the ripples coming out of the mirror with the arm sitting on top, so it'll make more sense. And then I use thin strips of polymer clay to make the raised little ridges. And then I baked it, And I wanted it to be sitting on top of something, so I'm making a trunk to go underneath. I'm using basswood for this part and some construction paper. Actually, this is cardstock. And I'm using Aleene's Tacky glue to glue all of this together. I kind of noticed that there was a crack where the light was shining through the box, which while it looked pretty cool, I didn't want that, so I just added some more cardstock to the inside. For the pedestal that it's going to be sitting on, I wanted to have a theme where all of them take place on a floor and background. So for this one, I'm deciding to do like an attic space, like it's a forgotten mirror. So I'm using wooden coffee stirs for the floor and the wall, and then I'm painting them and distressing them with acrylic paint. I started with just a black layer of paint and then worked my way up to a lighter brown color on the walls and on the floor a lighter gray color. And then I did a wash of black acrylic over the mirror. I tried to get all of the fairy lights inside of the box except for like the one that was going to be sticking out and going through the arm. But the way they're spaced, there was still one sticking out. So I just decided to hide it behind everything and just glue it in place with hot glue. Then I glued it on top of the chest and to the back of the wall, and I made these books very quickly out of some basswood and just scraps of paper that I made for the covers. And I printed out some aged, mysterious papers to go on the walls around the mirror, and it kind of looks like somebody was summoning something. I didn't really think of that until after I had already put this thing together. But yeah, it's definitely a dangerous situation going on here. And this is the finished product. This is my interpretation of Inktober's prompt, Dangerous, my first build for this craft challenge. What do you guys think? And if you guys want to follow along with the challenge, then I will have the prompts or the link to the website where you can get them down in the description box. And I really want to shout out all of my patrons. It's been a while since I posted, and they've been following along and encouraging me on Patreon, and I really appreciate you guys. So here are my tier 3 patrons that I'm shouting out. There are a few people who were on here from before when I didn't actually post a video. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you for the next prompt.